So what we're going to look at is drawing an animated character, and then looking at how we animate. So we're going to start, first with the example. It's going to be a very simple one, and I'm going to go back to the classics, and then we're going to actually make a little animated Pac-Man. Now within the game, the sprites within the game are 32 pixels by 32 pixels. So if I'm going to make a character, rather than have to resize it in the game, I may as well make it the right size here. So I'm going to change that to pixels. I'm going to change that to 32. I'm going to change that to 32, and that's now going to give me a 32 pixel by 32 pixel square to work on. The title is Pac-Man Right. Okay, so Pac-Man going right is going to be the name of the file. And it comes up, and there's my square, 32 pixels by 32 pixels. Now simply, Pac-Man is made from two half circles, and I want the circles to fill the space pretty much. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a circle, and I can either grab it and move it to the very edges, or if I can remember how I can actually resize it in here, and I'm going to drag that down to the bottom. And a couple of things, I don't really want a black line on the edge, so I'm going to put that down to 0, and I'm going to change the colour to yellow. So now we've got, and in fact I'm actually going to, so I've now got a yellow circle. Well, that's no use to me. The thing with an animation is every part that's going to move needs to be a separate part. So for instance, what I could do is I could take that to the center, I could take that back to the corner, I could select the whole thing and use the shape builder tool, and I could alt click and remove that section and remove these couple of lines as well. I'll remove that line and remove that line, and that is now the shape of Pac-Man. That's fine, but I can't move any of the parts of it because it's just one single shape. I can't move any of the pieces of it. So I can't make the top half move and the bottom half move, because if I rotate it, I click on the rotate section, the whole thing moves. So if you think about a puppet, probably the easiest way to think about it, using a puppet, then what you have to have is all of the parts are separate and sort of joined together loosely, so you can actually make the puppet move. And this Pac-Man is our puppet. This is what we want to be able to edit and move around to make it animated. So what I need to do is I need to generate two halves. So I'm going to, instead of cutting a wedge out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut him in half. So I draw the line across, select the whole shape, click on the shape builder tool, and I'm going to hold down the Alt key, click on that shape, and it removes it. I'm now going to use Control C and V to copy. I'm going to rotate that around to around about there and pop that into that space there. I'm going to take the top section, I'm going to move that back up a touch. I'm going to rotate that around a bit and then move that back into place. So move that back to there as well and move that down. And I've got essentially the same shape I drew before. The difference is these two pieces are two separate pieces, and I can move them separately to each other. Okay, so I can move them separately. So that now is what I want, and I need to file and save as, and I need to put that somewhere. So I'm going to put that into my year 8 folder and into Maze Game and into resources. So Pac-Man write and save. All of this stuff's okay. And there we go.